What's up, guys? Cornered here. Today we're going to be talking about what I believe will be at CES this year. A lot of the things that I will list off are not going to be anything shocking, in fact expected, but some of these things might actually surprise you what I think might actually be there. Now, I know it's the first day of CES, so this is the prediction for everything that's going forward. So the first thing is obvious that's going to be there is going to be more integration with your home. So in other words, more smart home items. So you're probably going to see more items that are integrated with smart home appliances, maybe even more so than usual, because I think that's going to be one of the biggest focuses for the CES this year is more integration with the home. Again, this is not necessarily a geek show, it is really a consumer electronics show, so anything that not necessarily I would buy, but other people would buy too. So for example, I believe that there's going to be some smart fridges out there that will give you more information, allow you to control the fridge a little bit more, might alert you if there are things that potentially could go bad, or maybe more or less a better way to manage your fridge. I know this sounds kind of crazy, but it wouldn't surprise me if Samsung did something like this. And they already have similar things, so it wouldn't surprise me at the least if we saw some more smart fridges. You're going to see some security cameras as well, because security and home automation is also another thing that I believe we're going to be seeing more of. So maybe more affordable security cameras would be an option. I'm just guessing there's going to be a lot of them showcased at CES. There's also going to be some information as far as regarding the use of bars. So, for example, you could probably see something like, and this could be released or it could not. Again, things in CES are not necessarily released on the floor all the time, but you can see more integration with bars. So, for example, I go to a bar and I'm able to see the contents of my drink and see, what are the calories, what are the specific amounts of ingredients in a drink, for example. It's a possibility that that may actually come out, considering if you look up the Microsoft Surface, there's a lot of things, not the Microsoft Surface tablet, but there's actually a Surface, it's basically a Surface. So if you type in Microsoft Surface, you might find actually something that you can actually put your Surface on, like a drink on. So another thing that you may actually end up seeing, and I expect to see this, is 3D printers, and more affordable 3D printers at that. 3D printers are actually starting to become something big, and they are really starting like the way PCs and laptops started back when it was really expensive to get one of these items. You'd spend $2,000 to $3,000 to have a halfway decent laptop. Now you'd spend $2,000 to $3,000 to have a halfway decent printer that's 3D. I think we're going to see a shift in that, and they're going to make more affordable and better, pretty much better performing 3D printers. I also think that there will be obviously more advanced 3D printers out there on the floor. Things that can print at a higher resolution and may be more expensive, but yet that makes the other things that print at a lower resolution go down in price. So that actually may happen, and that would be great to see that in the world of 3D printing, which may end up becoming more of a consumer item. And obviously the biggest thing I expect to see is a lot of tablets like this one running Windows 8 and a lot of 8-inch tablets, because people are looking for that sweet spot. Why should I get Windows 8 as a tablet? Well, for $100 I could get Windows 8 as a tablet and basically not have to worry about any of my other applications because they'll all transfer over from my laptop. That may be a point and selling feature for other people. They might end up selling more Windows 8 devices and essentially more people using Windows 8, and you will probably see more people using it. That's my guess, is that they're going to start doing stuff like that based on the Intel Atom processor. We're going to see more Windows 8 tablets. The biggest thing that I think we're also going to see is more smartwatches. This happens to be the Pebble, but it just seems obvious that because Google released their Android Wear devices, it's just going to explode, and there's going to be too many of these items floating around at this point. I really do think that based on Android Wear, there's going to be a lot of devices, but I'm sure other companies will tackle the ability of making a smartwatch on their own, considering a smartwatch can do basic stuff such as give you text messages or alerts or alarms. It's not that hard to necessarily make something like that. Other companies, I guarantee you, will be able to, and we will be seeing plenty of them on the showroom floor. Here's another thing I believe will end up coming out, is a self-driving car. And you may call me crazy, but I actually think a big announcement is going to happen on the showroom floor where they might actually have a self-driving car for millionaires who can afford it. Not necessarily the general public, but I really do think that they're going to start offering a somewhat driverless car to early adapters and individuals who are looking to sign up and get on board. It's not necessarily going to be a fully automatic driving car, but I'm sure it's going to be an interesting start to this really different world that we are going to start living in as far as tech devices are concerned. Another thing we're going to see more of, I'm sure, is we're going to see a lot of Android devices that are more integrated in the car. So obviously the Android car experience that they want you to have, we're going to see more devices that will do this, that you can buy and upgrade inside your car. We're also going to be seeing cars that have this. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of Apple Play cars too that are out there. We will see more of that, and more basically more companies offering the Apple Play in their car, or really the Apple Car, if you will. So obviously there's another thing we're going to start seeing more of is 4K televisions. I'm sure there's going to be a bunch of those out, and even maybe an 8K television, in other words, something double the resolution. Here's my take on this. There's not enough content out there that's available in 4K to make it really worth the device. Now, what I think should be offered at CES, and they should come up with some sort of system, you can pay online to get all of your live content. The internet is way more powerful than any cable device, any cable box out there. I can guarantee you that. So having more devices means that you should have more of an option for internet streaming, and I really do think that's the future, and that's the way we're going. And I think cable TV is going away. I don't see it coming away quickly, but I do seeing it go away, because honestly, you can stream everything on the internet. Why not do that as well with 4K devices? I really do think that's going to be a jump in the way people make money, including cable companies, which should start offering their stuff online, considering ISPs provide online content. And here's the last thing I think we're going to be seeing. And obviously, I'm probably underguessing here, but we're going to see more robots on the floor. And when I mean that, I think we're going to see more robots aimed for educational purposes. For example, teaching kids how to really program robotics and really get the understanding of basics as far as logic is concerned. We're going to see a lot more of that, and I think that's going to be a really cool thing to see on the floor. So between all of this and robots, I don't think we're going to have a disappointing CES of 2015. But those are my thoughts, guys. Thank you for watching this longer video that I've made, but I hope you appreciate it, and I will definitely create more content. Thank you guys very much.